guys, what's up? Danger here, and today we have the new up-and-coming Pokemon game, Sun and Moon. This video will be about my predictions and yours in the comments down below. Alrighty, so I hope all of you watching are aboard the hype train, same as I am. As we all know, Pokemon released 4+ trailers, which I will show you. No, I'm not going to be playing sound since that would be quite chaotic. Alright, so I have another topic I would like to show you guys. You know how Ho-Oh flies by spreading gold stuff and rainbows and such? And how Lugia dwells the deep sea currents? Yeah, well, each of these have a direct correlation to the sun being Ho-Oh and the moon being Lugia. Maybe another ORAS theme where you need both copies of the game, or like a really nice guy in order to get a special legendary. But you know, maybe not. That's just a guess. Please don't hate me in the comments. Another thing that aroused my interest was the title Apocalypse. Because when searching for the art for this video, I found this thing called Apocalypse Lugia. And I was like, oh, so it's like the solar and lunar apocalypse that the primal powers awakened. And I thought that was pretty cool, and I thought that would be like another sort of correlation to Sun and Moon, which might have been the way Game Freak was teasing and making hype for this new game. Also, while we're on the topic of making hype, I wanted to brush the new legendaries being introduced. Solgaleo, Lunala, and Magearna. For one, I think they all have great abilities. Full metal body preventing annoying intimidation and stat loss. For Shadow Shield, which is Lunala's, it means you don't get as much damage taken if you're full health. But I mean, that could have a downside if you're like trying to do training, and the ability wouldn't really come in handy, as where Solgaleo's would take the win for that category. And Magearna's is Soul Heart, which is where if a Pokemon on your team faints during like a double battle or something along those lines, I don't really know, Magearna gets a stat boost, which I mean can be good, but if you're doing a bunch of solo matches with only one Pokemon and it's pretty high level, then you won't really feel the need for that ability. Or should I say Magearna for that reason. Alrighty, so now we're going to be diving headfirst into the new trials and totem Pokemon. We're also including the Alola forms like Vulpix, Sandshrew, and Exeggutor. The new trials provide devious tasks for us, and are about the equivalent of trying to make it to the gym leader. Don't you just hate it when you're trying to get to the gym leader and people just step in the wind? They're like, yo, you're gonna have to fight me because I'm powerful, and then they end up getting their butts handed to them, and it just made your Pokemon lose PP and a few HP. I feel that's annoying, but I mean, it's not my game, so I don't really have any place to say that. But after you finally make it through the trials, you get smacked by a totem Pokemon, which is basically a beefed up Pokemon, you know, just a normal Pokemon with the ability to call for help. And finally, after you finish that, you have to beat the Kahuna, who has his own special Pokemon that's the guardian of the island, which I think is a cool addition, because it's sort of different from the normal ways you would battle, and you know what? I think it'd be a great addition. Alrighty, so now that we've talked about that, I can finally get into the Alola Vulpix and Alola Sandshrew and Alola Exeggutor. What I can predict is the Oh, sorry, I almost skipped something that was on my list. Finally, after you battle like the kahunas and you beat all of them, Pokemon hasn't said much about that, but I'm pretty sure you do something around the lines of Elite Four. But since Pokemon hasn't said that, I'm not going to be trying to predict that too much. But what I can predict is that the Alola Vulpix and Alola Sandshrew became polar opposites. That's not really a prediction, that already happened. Everyone knows that. Jesus, what are you doing, Danger? Fudging idiot. Anyway, I feel the Alola Executor is going to be simply amazing. It's going to turn that Pokemon, which I for one didn't use too much, into an awesome grass dragon typing. And anywho, that's all I wanted to touch upon with this video. Feel free to leave a comment below regarding stuff that I missed and stuff that I should add if I feel the need to make a part 2. So, yeah. Oh, man. It's gonna be so bad. Because this is like the first time I'm using a script. You know, just to try one out. And, oh, man. I can feel they need a lot of practice. But anyway, that's it for now. I'll see you on the next one. Danger out. Peace. Keep yours strong. Goodbye.